Hi guys, this is a 6-man over-the-top battle royal match. This is the 6 people I believe should have been the final 6 in the Royal Rumble on Sunday. You've got Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. First of all, Daniel Bryan, the reason I believe that they didn't have him win the Royal Rumble is because he's only just come back from an injury, and maybe they think that having him face someone like Brock Lesnar who could end up getting injured again, or the other thing could be that he's already made it as a main event star now. He's already there, so they've already made a new main event star already, so they're not going to have him in the main event again this year, seeing as he was in it last year. I mean, especially as fans don't want to see the same kind of matches year in, year out with like the same sort of people constantly getting in the main event. Then I've got Roman Reigns in there, and I do believe he should be in that last maybe 4 or 5 anyway. But I just don't think he's quite ready yet to be a main event star, especially someone who's in the main event at WrestleMania. He's got kind of that, he's got that look, and he's got the sort of the family history and everything with The Rock and Rikishi and Margo and the Usos and everyone like that from his family. So I mean, he's got that in his blood, but he's not quite there yet with the with being the #1 sort of man in the company. And if you start pushing him like that, all you're going to get is the same resentment that people like John Cena get now. He's not ready for that yet. He's got to grow with his mic skills. His mic skills aren't very good. Whereas someone like John Cena's mic skills are good, but it's just his wrestling ability and the constant every single week. It's sort of almost like a John Cena show. I mean, it's just overexposure. I mean, something like that needs to be, cut back a bit and have him maybe talk one week, the next week have him have a match, talk next week, have a match, something like that. But instead, WWE have him talk and have matches all in one program, and it's just too much. It just becomes all about him, especially as like most of the crowd are not behind him anyway, so it just makes people not want to watch. So the same thing will end up happening with Roman Reigns if he carries on like that. And then you've got people like Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose, 3 guys that I really think are already ready for a main event push. I mean, any one of them 3 I think could have won this Royal Rumble and gone on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and it would have been a really good match anyway. No matter who it would have been, even if it had been Bray Wyatt, I mean, they could have still made it work. I mean, people cheer for Bray Wyatt even though he's a heel, and I mean on Sunday people were in the triple threat match were cheering for Brock Lesnar as well when he was in there with Seth Rollins and John Cena. So I mean, even someone like Ryback, I mean, he had a really big push when he came in as Ryback, and then it kind of he got into like the main event scene, but he didn't stick, he didn't stay there, and then it just ended up sort of like him going into a tag team with Curtis Axel, and it almost went to him just becoming a jobber, and that was going to be the end of it. Lately he's kind of come back, and he's got the sort of the gimmick, the character going again. So hopefully WWE can keep that going with him, and I mean he should be like in the main event again by the end of this year. Same with Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler should all be in the main event this year, and someone like Roman Reigns maybe being in the main event next year. He's just not quite ready yet. He needs to kind of improve with the mic skills and maybe the wrestling abilities and everything, like the selling and everything like that. I mean, he's got the look, he's got the finishers, he's got a few moves, a bit like how Cena's got. He's got the big moves, but he needs to learn everything else that goes with it. The selling and everything, can build his character up, a bit like how Dean Ambrose has with the kind of crazy kind of character and that. I mean, you've got to kind of build these characters up and get the crowd behind you, and then when the crowd is behind you and wanting you, like how they have with Daniel Bryan last year, really wanting you to win, that's when you're ready to be in the main event, not when sort of they just want to push you when you're not ready and the fans are not even behind you. I mean, it's just not gonna go anywhere. You're just gonna end up becoming another John Cena. But yeah, I can kind of understand why certain things happened in the Royal Rumble, but I just can't understand why there was people like Kane and the Big Show in the last 5
we don't know what Dean
or
Ambrose
4,
is going to do
whatever it
next.
was, and then
And
to
you want a
them
strategy?
to
For anyone
Roman
going
Reigns,
up against Dean Ambrose, you have to be
you had
ready for
Rusev
anything.
and Dean Ambrose.
Because
I
anything
mean, in the
is
end, it
what
was
Dean
just
Ambrose can do to
Roman
an
Reigns
opponent
and
during a match.
Rusev. I mean, Rusev's been doing really well as well, and I mean, even the crowd were behind Rusev, and he's anti-American, so I mean, to have him the crowd cheering him and wanting him to win the Royal Rumble instead of Roman Reigns, I mean, that tells you that the fans don't think that Roman Reigns is quite ready yet. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they're gonna kind of be able to do something with this storyline going into WrestleMania and keep it going. I mean, I think they're probably going to have to bring The Rock in a little bit to kind of help with the talking, because at the moment, after seeing what it was like on Monday on that special Raw with Paul Heyman doing the talking for Brock Lesnar, I mean, you can kind of tell that he doesn't really stand a chance against Paul Heyman in terms of mic on the mic and stuff, and he needs kind of someone to help him with that. And I think maybe if they can get The Rock to come in, and maybe he's not going to be there every week, but maybe if they can get him to come in 2 or 3 times between now and WrestleMania, or maybe have him in his corner as well at WrestleMania, then maybe that might help. But I think they pushed him too early, and it should have been someone else. I think, going by the crowd's reaction, it should have been Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, or Bray Wyatt. One of them 3.
Roman Reigns with a reversal.
And have Daniel Bryan definitely in that last 4. He just looked kind of silly, going out so early. I mean, most of the ones who kind of people who thought might do quite well kind of went out quite early, and it was just weird seeing. It looked like Rusev had gone out. I mean, I thought he had, and it was just Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Kane and the Big Show for a while. So it's kind of weird seeing that, but yeah, I don't know what they're thinking most of the time. I mean, you've got to keep building more and more main event stars. So I can see why, you want to have different people win that Royal Rumble now. And hopefully they'll carry that on every year now. It's someone moving in it, and not just someone who's already won it before, or someone who's already a main event star. I mean, you've got to have different people win it each year and build up these new wrestlers so that there's more people in the main events, and you don't see the same old matches all the time.
I've got a feeling that Soup's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future.
We'll have to see what happens between now and WrestleMania. Maybe some things will change and that, and we'll have to see. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. What your opinions are on the Royal Rumble match, and who you think should have won, who you thought should have been in the last 4 maybe, and who should have gone to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
He's fought out of it. Daniel Bryan helpless. He's still in this one. He's fought out of it. attention in a hurry. Daniel Bryan looks like something the cat dragged in. This is dangerous.
He gets out of trouble there.
Every time he has to get up, it takes more and more effort. Reversed by Daniel.
And they pushed him. Daniel Bryan's been eliminated.
Oh, man, that's a tough break for Daniel Bryan. You know, I've been in this business a long time, and I'll admit, I've never seen anyone quite as, well, unusual as Dean Ambrose. Ambrose is eccentric, but in that ring, he is focused on destroying his opponent and making sure that opponent, whoever they are, remembers the beating that they're receiving at his hands.
Three elimination. He's making his. The referee's calling for the